Hey everybody, how are you doing? How you doing? Love and light. Today I want to come on here really quick to talk about peace and relationships. Now I know this is a subject that's a little testy for some people. And I'm really hoping that this live won't be so long. I just want to come to you really quick to speak about this because I think that we need to talk about it. Peace. What does peace mean to you? How many times have you heard someone say, be my peace? Or, hey, or how many times have you heard a man say, I need her to be my peace? Or even with women. Women need men to be our peace as well. So it's like we need to be peace to one another. I did a segment some time ago called Home. And home is where the heart is. Home is the place of comfort. Home is the place where you can just lay down all this, just take off the cape, take the S off your chest, where you can actually relax and unwind with somebody. Someone can be home for you. A place. It's not just a physical place. It's like that person can be home for you. So the same thing goes with peace. When it comes to peace, it's a couple categories I really would like to like break down because I think that this is something that people need to hear about. Maybe this is something that people need to really think about in a certain way as well. I want to just turn this really quick out so we can actually have a better setting. There you go. Better lighting. But anyways, today I just really wanted to speak about peace. Do you really know what peace is? Some people don't know what peace is. Some people don't even know what peace even feels like or even looks like. Yet they say they want someone to be their peace. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it because see the thing about peace is a tricky thing for those that don't know that don't know what peace is. Let me slow down. So to some, peace looks like the absence of problems. That's not peace. Peace is choosing calmness and choosing and having the wisdom to choose a mindset. That's the best way I can describe peace. Now I can't tell you what peace looks like to you, but I can for sure tell you what peace is. Peace is not without conflict. Peace is when it's not with without chaos, as some people would think peace is. That's not what peace is. Some people would imagine their life to be peaceful without problems, but that's not true. That's not peace at all. How can you have peace when you have no problems? Problems and peace go together like peanut butter and jelly. We need to have problems in our lives to help us to have peace. It's just like it's just like having faith without fear. It's like having faith without fear. When it when it comes down to the basics of turn it off real quick. There you go. My bad for that. But it's like faith without fear. It's polar opposites. Some things we need in order to have other things. We won't need peace if we didn't have problems. And so I'm coming with this different perspectives about peace. Okay. Now, when it comes like down to that breakdown of what peace is a choice. Peace is a mindset. Peace to some people, like I mentioned, peace is without chaos or conflict. But peace is what you choose to do in the midst of the problems. Peace is you seeking out the solution, a higher solution to a lower problem. That's what peace is. Peace isn't just this calmness that you may imagine. Peace is deeper than that. Peace is being able to be still in the midst of the problem, in the midst of things going wrong, in the midst of the chaos, in the midst of things not making sense. That's what peace is. Being able to still be still and trust that everything's going to be all right. That's true peace, not the false peace that everyone is selling you. I just published a segment today that's entitled Peace in Relationships. Now, the reason why I even did the segment in the first place was because I hear people say, I need someone with my peace. I need peace. Hell, I've said it. Hey, I need peace. But the truth of the matter is, and the truth about peace is that for some it looks different. Peace may look like something completely different from you, another person, or even your partner. And the reason why I'm talking about this, and the reason why I'm actually digging deep into it, I want you to see me when I'm doing this. It's because a lot of times peace may look different from your partner than you. I'm gonna say it again. Peace may look different to your partner versus you. Because you may see peace as being complete silence and it's not being bothered. But to the other person, peace may be you sitting next to that person solving a problem. And that's what I want to really get into and dig into if I'm allowed to. I want to be able to really minister and really speak to someone's spirit today about peace. Because it's two types of people. One person that have mastered peace and know what peace is, and the other person who's looking for peace through their partners or other things outside themselves. Now, first I want to just get into the second type of person because I want to drive this point home. It is so, it's a flawed mindset to have when someone says, I want you to be my peace. Yet they don't know who or what peace is. Now I get that everyone may not be a Christian of some type or may not believe in God or Jesus in that way, but I do. Jesus is my peace. God is my peace. And what I mean by that is when everything is going chaotic, that's the only thing that's for certain for me. That's the only thing that's unmovable for me. Now, I spoke very briefly in the podcast, but I speak just a little bit more on it since we on YouTube. There are other role models of peace and joy and happiness concerning what peace is. Some people may believe Buddha is the symbol of peace. Some people may believe that money is a symbol of peace. Some people may believe that a relationship is a symbol of peace. Some people may believe having a steady job, having the big house with the picket fence, and being married may be the symbol of peace. Some people, symbol of peace may be to be just left alone. Some people, symbol of peace, it may be having all the food in the world and the friends and the support. Do you see what I mean? You have to get into the psyche of the person or the mindset of the person when they speak about peace. Like, I want you to be my peace. What does that look like for you as an individual? Because see, peace needs to be an internal journey for you as a person, as an individual. See, the thing about relationships is that if you are in a monogamous relationship, then it's two people, two individuals. If you are in a poly relationships, it's two or more people. So you are dealing with different people, different egos, and when it comes to peace, you have to consider what does peace look like for the other person before becoming their peace. So on an individual level, what does peace look like to you? Can you break that down? Can you materialize it? Can you give me a vision of what it looks like so I can imagine and I can see that? So when you're talking with your partner, when you're talking to your mom, your dad, your boss, your child, anybody, a neighbor, mailman, whoever, a business partner, whoever you may be speaking with, it can be your wife, your husband, your child. It can be the teacher from the school since it's the first day of school. It doesn't matter who it is, but you need to get an idea of peace, or that person's idea of peace as an individual, to understand what does it mean to be their peace. It's individualized first. Then it's put in a group. It's a group effort. So if this person have an idea of peace, this idea of peace, and this idea of peace, and if it differs, then coming together, if that person said, I want you to be my peace, they may have a different idea than you have for peace. Does that make sense to you? And if someone don't know or even have any idea what peace is, that's a dangerous thing. That's the first point I want to really go into. If someone don't- someone if someone doesn't have an idea of what peace is at all, and they get in a relationship, their idea of peace is you. You're their idea of peace. You're the idea of the manifestation of peace in their lives. So whenever things are going chaotic, that person's going to come to you every time. And that's dangerous because it's going to eventually drain you. It's going to eventually suck the life out of you because that person wants you to be their light, their savior. And if someone, and it goes into the belief system, excuse me. I'm speaking really fast today. Sound like Porky the Pig right now. But let me slow down. But for those people that may have their mindset, that's dangerous because you're literally taking that person's strength, sucking them dry, and that's your idea of relationship. And once they can't give back to you, it's because you've taken all their strength and their energy. See, that's the reason, that's the purpose of belief systems. You need to believe in something higher than yourself in order to actually have real peace. And that's maybe a mindset or a school of thought that some may not be open to or aware of, but it is what it is. You need to have somebody else outside of yourself because we're human. We we can mess up. We will let you down. We're going to make mistakes. So it's good to have someone that would not make mistakes. Someone that's as powerful as we are. It only makes sense. And that can be your source of peace. That should be your source of peace. It makes sense. But for those that may not have a belief system or may not have a deep belief in someone or something outside of themselves or outside of their human abilities, they're going to always be pulling and draining their partner. And that's the reason I want to get into it because people wondering what's going on in their relationship is because you're sucking your partner dry. You're pulling all their strength energy that they could be using for the betterment of the relationship or even themselves or even other relationships that can actually that can actually strengthen your relationship with that person. Now, when it comes down to relationships, some people don't understand the power of knowing peace is and what it looks like and how it can differ from the other person. It's just like north, south, east, and west. We all have different preferences. Some like crunchy peanut butter, some like creamy, some like creamy with honey, some like wheat bread, some like white bread, some like other types of bread and no bread at all. We all have preferences. And that's what peace is. Peace is like a preference. We want it to look and feel a certain way. And if it don't, then we get upset, we get pissed off, we get mad, we get frustrated. Then we get frustrated at the person that we're supposed to be caring about. So that's why it's very important to know somebody's foundation of peace If someone don't have a foundation of peace, I don't know if that's going to be a healthy relationship, because they're going to be constantly drawing from external sources. Because peace is not something you get from the outside. Peace is something you get from the inside. That's why it's so important. Because without pain, you won't have peace. You know what I mean? Without sadness, you won't have joy. It's polar opposites. These things exist for a reason. The reason why God and the universe place things where they are is so that we as a people can recognize that these things exist to help us. Because without pain, without chaos, we won't need peace in the first place, right? And therefore, there you go. Peace. You want peace because you want to escape from the craziness. So when it comes down to the elements or just the dynamics of a basic relationship, or even the foundation of a relationship, what peace is in a relationship, you have to know what peace looks like to you. You have to be able to handle and pacify yourself when you're going through things. Now, I'm not saying just don't talk to your partner, don't be their best friend. Yeah, do that. But the thing is, recognize and realize that person isn't your only source. Recognize and realize, for whatever reason, this thing is going to go off. But recognize and realize that they're not your only source of peace. And with that, it comes with so many things. It comes with so many things. And one thing I've learned about peace as an individual is that I've learned different tactics and methods to pacify myself, to calm myself down, like a pacifier to a child. And peace is like a pacifier. It's the thing to calm you down, bring you all the way down. And let's just get real. No relationships are perfect. No relationships are just cookie cutter. It's not made in a factory. Every relationship is tailor made. So when it comes down to real relationships, people, we have to know what the foundations are. When we're dating people, ask questions, or before we marry them, know what their foundation of peace looks like. If they need space, or just know those different things about them. So when you get in a relationship like be my peace, or even someone don't say it at all, if they is expected in some type of way, know and just have the basics of what peace looks like for them and you. And that is the foundation of a healthy relationship. Because you don't want to give someone that's depending on you like that. That's going to drain you and them in a relationship, and a relationship be dry. And every little ounce you get, they're going to take. Simply because they don't know what peace is. Some people may look to Confucius, Buddha. Some people may look into different school of thoughts. And there's nothing wrong with that. If that's where your mind is, go ahead. Long as you're not hurting yourself or others, I personally have an issue with where you find your peace, because I'm not on your path. I'm not on your journey in life. So I can't tell you where to find peace. I can only tell you about my journey. But I welcome it. Go ahead. Long as it's not damaging or killing or hurting or harming anybody, do it. I'm not judging you for your level of peace where you find it. Personally, meditation is peaceful for me. Having quiet time to think and tune in, that's peaceful to me. So just my partner giving me that time to do that, and my partner listening to me and supporting me emotionally, that's so important. That's what peace looks like to me as an individual. And even in a relationship, like just being there the best way you can, showing up as the best you. And if you can't show up as best you, I'm going to accept whatever you give me, because I know you give me the best of you. Now to go into the second type of person in relationships, that's a person that I already have master peace. They know what peace is. They may just be going through some struggles. And this is the part that people were confused with someone being your peace. Be my peace. This is the actual meaning of being somebody's peace for a person that's healthy. Being someone's peace is being a support to them. It's being the solution and even being a part of the solution. I was watching this movie called Hustle. It's maybe old or new. And Adam Sandler is in this movie, and his wife is Queen Latifah. And his wife, she saw him in distress. Excuse my phone. I just turned it off. But anyways, his wife had saw him in distress. And pretty much, there you go. I thought that was turned off, my bad. But pretty much his wife saw him in distress. And she saw out a solution outside of herself. And she became part of the solution. She made a phone call to someone. And I don't want to give the movie away too much, but just check it out with Adam Sandler and Queen Latifah in it. But she sought out a solution. And she soon became a part of it. And this was like, wow, so that's what peace means? That's what peace means? It's like she understood him. She wasn't overbearing. She didn't take any offense to him feeling some type of way. She didn't take it personal because she knew that that had nothing to do with her. So being someone's peace in a relationship simply means to be a part of the solution and find and help them find a solution. You may be the solution to that. You may be that support they need. You may be that manifestation that they're manifesting. You may be the thing that they want the most. For example, if my partner is distressed, I know at this point in time, I know to be there and I know to listen. Listening is a big part of being his peace because when I listen, then he can go ahead and be the man that he is. And the thing about peace is funny. When it comes down to healthy relationships and being someone's peace, you have to actually know the person. And I'm finding that so many women, and I'm being challenged in this area myself, so many women don't seek to know their men, but yet but they want the man to know who all who they are. Yet you don't know the man's favorite color. You don't know what makes him smile. You don't know when he's pissed off. You don't know when to give him space. See, as a lady, I'm learning, and even growing up. And when I'm saying I'm learning, it's not like something I'm just finding out. It's something I've been told since I was a child. I've always been told, let a man be a man. And I didn't know what that meant. I'm learning what that means. Allow him to be who he is in his element without pressuring him to be something else that you want him to be. And I'm learning that as a woman, like physically now, that as a woman, you have to know your man. You have to learn him. You have to learn what makes him tick. You have to learn when he's upset, what to do, what works for him. Because a lot of times, and a lot of women don't know how to do that because we're taught with the mindset that you're the prize and he do everything for you. And get it, don't get me wrong, both of you and your partner is the prize. Yeah, both y'all are the prize. Y'all the prize. Not it's not just one person that's the prize. Both y'all are the prize. So this is drop that nugget. This is drop that right there at the door. But since both y'all are the prize and both of you are seeking after one another, I'm speaking about healthy relationships, then a woman learning her man is so important. And I'm seeing this as an issue. That's why I'm speaking on it. Now I see men seeking to understand women all the time. But the women they're not seeking to understand and get to know the man. outside of his pockets, outside of how she's benefiting from the relationship, the safety she's getting, and whatever benefit she's getting from that man. Now, when it comes down to that part, yeah, I'm challenging women to actually look at the relationships that they're in and why it's not like, are you really seeking to understand him? Are you really listening to him? Are you really taking everything he's saying? Like when he said he likes this, this, and that, go buy him a gift every now and then. Let him know that you care about him, that and that he's cared for, he's valuable. So I'm not saying as a woman, I don't mind buying a man a gift. I don't mind buying my man a gift. I don't mind doing the things I can do if there's something I can do. If I can't do it, then I'm going to do the best of my abilities, what I can do, and juggle with that. So we got healthy relationships. Being someone peace means see them in distress and seek out a solution. Have you ever seen a woman hungry and a man like going to different restaurants, looking up on his phone, trying to see Grubhub, Uber Eats? What how are we going to do this? How can I make her happy right now? And see, we've settled for this happy wife and happy life so long that we forget the man. But it's really happy spouse, happy life. Because both of you need to strive to make each other happy, joyous, even. Seek to please and go the distance for one another. It's not just one over the other. And because of the world we live in and how backwards everyone is, it's like people are in this headspace where they feel as if, oh, the man goes far, the woman is the prize. That's a lie. Because with that analogy, it's like the woman will have a mindset like, I don't need to do much to be in a relationship. When that's a lie. You need to put in some work too. You need to bring more than what's between your legs or a conversation. No, be there for him. Rub his forehead. Wash his hair. Like calm his nerves. Feed him his favorite meal. Pray for the brother. Hold his hand. Watch his do stuff he like doing. And you will find out it's so much more that you would get from that man simply because you appreciate him. And just showing gratitude and appreciation and all the things he would do and all the things he do for you. And I believe that it's at a basic level, just learning how to do this as a woman, like physically now. It's like, dang, not that I haven't done it before. What I'm saying is, like, I'm talking about the present relationship now. Other relationships, if I was in them, I would speak on them. But I've done this in every relationship. But I'm just saying this particular relationship is a little different. So I'm like, I have to go about it a different way. Still speaking about peace. Still speaking about becoming or being or finding a solution or helping them find a solution. If they lose something, go help them find it. Don't just be on your phone looking cute, taking selfies. See, it's men want more than just a cute woman with a good body and all these other things. Real men want a woman that they can depend on too. I don't know why I'm on this. They want that. And so for a woman to be a man's peace, it's not just between your legs. It's not that. Maybe a word of encouragement. Reassure him. Remind him who he really is. Speak to the king in him. Speak to the emperor in him. Speak to that in him because you're going to actually you're going to see things. You're going to see a change in him. You're going to see his chest puff out. You're going to, One thing I do, I text my guy, and I was like, "Oh, happy rising, king." I used to do that to other men, but once I got in a relationship, or once I get in a relationship, I don't do that anymore. Like he becomes that, and it makes him feel so good to see that text message. Good morning, king, with a cute photo. And if I post if let's say if I take like 6 selfies, the selfie that I sent him would not be on social media. It will be just for him. And this is a clue, ladies. If you like taking selfies and you post it on social media, or if you have anything you do, you know how you look. The thing is, give like take a couple selfies where it's just for him. It's special for him. It don't have to be a nude anything like that. It can be a basic photo like this, a basic headshot, whatever you choose, whatever floats your boat. But it is so important, ladies, for us to support our men, especially our black men. Our black men and our brown men. I say brown. Our brown men, they go through so much. They carry away on their show. They have the S on the chest. Superman, super, whatever, super whatever. And they come in the house, or even they come see you, or when they talk to you, they have that. But you're supposed to be that home for them. You're supposed to be that warm space for them. And that's what the woman is. But the women today have forgotten that. They've forgotten that that's what relationships are about. That's what it's about. It's not about being pretty, being cute, getting the money. No. What man wants to be with a woman like that? It's like him being with himself. Unless he's a very soft, feminine man, then yes, there would be his polar opposite. But I just really want to speak on just that portion of it because we've forgotten the art of just reciprocation and showing that person those same thing they showing us. And I appreciate my man for being there. I appreciate him for caring and listening and striving to be the best way he can. To put a smile on my face. And I'm going to do the same for him. Now, if that's not the case, you need to probably just sit down and talk about some things in your relationship. Because becoming a solution, it means seeing a problem and seeking out a solution. Now these days, people they see a problem and run, relationship over. No, seek out a solution. If we ran after every problem and we abandon every issue or every chaotic thing in our lives, we will be we'll be like little children. And at some point in time, we need to mature in our relationships in that way. When it comes down to peace and being someone's peace in a relationship, I mean, I'm not, and I'm speaking about romantic relationship. I mean, this can extend to a mother, father, sister, brother, your child, your neighbor, whomever, like whoever you relate to. This can extend even past that because seeking to reciprocate, even if they're not doing that, you do it. You be the example. Why not be the one to show how to love, how to forgive? It's okay to do that because everybody's not going to come perfect and they're not going to come understanding what it takes to make a healthy relationship because maybe they weren't given their role model, maybe the blueprint wasn't there, maybe y'all relationship is the blueprint of what a healthy relationship looks like to the future children or the children you already have or the children you don't have. Maybe it's pets, maybe it's to other people. It's so important, people, to literally sit back, digest that thing, and really work hard to keep healthy relationships. Stop running the moment it's a problem. The moment that this like they didn't say what you want them to say, they didn't do what you want them to do. It's not about control. A healthy relationship is a healthy balance of patience, understanding, and honestly, being yourself. Being yourself. The relationships take so much compromise. You need to make sure they committed. You need to make sure it's an understanding and appreciation of their relationship. Because at the end of the day, we all fall. We may not be as great as communicating or compromising or even listening. Because I know I can be a horrible listener. Horrible, especially when I get upset. But I'm working on that. And see, that's the thing. It's a work in progress. And he's working on himself, you work on yourself. It's a beautiful compromise. But how can you be a solution to your partner's problems? Even if it's not involving you. Now, if you are the problem, then that's something to look at. If they're the problem, that's something to look at. But if it's something that's outside of yourself, circumstantial, if it's something you did not create, how do you put your heads together to really just become each other's peace? Because see, it becomes very self-slight. Be my peace, and it's going to be one time where it may be one-sided. One person may be okay. They may not need someone to be their peace. Somebody you may need to be the other person's peace at times. And sometimes you need to be each other's peace and comfort one another. Hold each other. Be there for one another. So at the end of the day, peace is needed overall in order to live a life. That's a beautiful life. But let's know that life is not absent without problems. It's about what we do once we encounter the problems. What do you do once you argue? Once you have a disagreement? What do you do once someone don't do what you want them to do? How can we have a better understanding? The whole purpose of this podcast, Shay's Talk to Heart, even Shay's Couch Conversation, is about relationships. And because what's what we're feeling in relationships, this society, it's about me, 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 me. That's why relationships are not successful, because it's all about you. When you are upset and pissed off, if you think about how your words and action would affect the other person, you probably wouldn't say what you said. You probably wouldn't do whatever you did or want to do, because you're going to recognize it's going to hurt them. And when you care about somebody, you don't want somebody acting like you're not important. You want to know that you're important and they're important. I believe that it's a balance there. I don't believe that God set it to where the man just always take care of the woman. No, the woman can take care of the man. What does she bring to the table? What does she bring to that man? Can she be his peace? Can she be there? Can she pray for him? Can she meditate with him? Can she give him his space? Can she be his smile? And I believe that it's so important to have that component in it, because it's so important. Hey, Mike, but it's so important to have that peace. And I mean, this message can resonate with someone even not in a relationship. Because see, the thing is, peace is universal. You need to be able to first off be your own peace, or cultivate peace within yourself, because peace comes from within, not outwardly. If you learn how to do that in your singleness, once you get in a relationship, or if you get in a relationship, or if you never get in a relationship, you're actually still able to cultivate that in any atmosphere. It's a workspace. It can be with your parents. It can be with babysitting. It can be with anything. Peace. You being able to bring peace into a room is so valuable. And I think some people don't value peace like as it is. Peace is needed. In this chaotic world, we have bills, we have school, the first day of school, we have personalities we have to deal with. We have cars breaking down. We have people. We have family members. We have all these different things. We have jobs and bosses. And with all that, peace is necessary. I don't know what peace looks like to you. I don't know what it is to you. But for one thing sure I can say, it's necessary. So you learn how to be somebody else's peace, even outside of your spouse, is so important. You can become so valuable. I think it was Kevin Samuels said, high value man and woman. That's how you can become a high value man and woman. Being someone's peace that already have mastered and manifested their own peace. Know what peace is to them. being someone's peace, even being your own peace, being your own solution, knowing how to fend for yourself, knowing how to rescue yourself. That's so important, especially for a man and woman. This is a universal message, not just for relationships. See, the thing about the podcast, and this is the vision God gave me so long ago, to turn my pain into purpose, and I didn't understand how that would work. I'm grateful that God would see me ready to speak on such things. But I've evolved. I have evolved into this woman, and I'm growing. And I'm saying this be my peace thing. People don't know what peace is. They don't even know how to have their own lives, but yet you expect somebody else to come in and be there for you. That seems kind of toxic to me. I'm not saying not to be their therapist and talk to them, whatever. What I'm saying is, at a basic level, you're gonna, of course, talk to them. You're going to seek comfort from them. I'm not saying that. That's support. See, that's different. Support is different than someone being your peace solely. That person is one source of your peace, but they're not your main source of peace. Like I mentioned in the beginning, I don't know your belief system lies. I don't know what school of thought you may follow, or you may not follow any school of thought, and that's okay. My school of thought, I follow different schools of thoughts, but the one that's this primary that's a grounding for me, that's a root for me, is God. I do believe in Jesus very much, and that's my peace. So I know that when things are rocky, I can always go there. That's my that's my root. And when you think about a root, it's strong, it's grounded, and peace is a grounding thing. So today, I don't know where you are. I don't know where you may stand in relationships. I don't know if you're single. I don't know if you're married. I don't know if you're divorced. I don't know if you're having fun. I don't know if you're just sick of relationships. I have no idea. But wherever you are in relationships, I want to encourage you to really think about it today. What does peace look like to you as an individual? If you can draw a picture or visualize what they look like, and what does it mean to you for someone else to be your peace? And can you cultivate their own peace within yourself? If you can't, stop saying, be my peace, be my peace. It's like, how how can you how can you welcome hell into a woman's life or a man's life? Because when you say somebody be my peace and you expect them to solely be your peace and only your peace, you're welcome to a world of hell, into your crazy mind. But if you want to usher and cater someone to heaven, then you're going to need to create a safe space. You're going to need to have a grounding. You're going to need to have some level of peace already existing in your life, because they may need you to be their peace. Because just because they always strong and everything, they probably need somebody else to lean on. It's just a thought. Don't create hell in your partner's life or somebody else's life because you want them to be your peace. Learn how to be somebody else's peace. Learn how to be peace to one another. Be home to one another. Please do. But anyways, I hope someone said today that maybe made you think a little bit. And if it didn't, that's okay. If not so, if I'm not doing videos on here, I'm doing videos. I'm doing live audios, or I have a podcast. And it's anchor.fm/Lashe Jackson. You can find anything. And I just did a podcast. I just published a podcast on this. So I just extended it a bit because I wanted people to understand. I want people to get this. And see, the thing is, I'm not just offering advice. Anyone can go and look up quotes and positive things to say. I want to give you an experience. Have you ever rode on a ride at a carnival? I can tell you all day what this ride is like. But to give you an experience is to physically explain it and literally go with you as you're going through this journey with you. And we can go through this journey together. That's all I want to do. That's what this YouTube was set up for. That's why I've been speaking for 12 plus years for. Not just to speak, because I like hearing myself talk. It really is just because I want to give you an experience. I want to be with you as you go on your journey, if you allow me to do that. And as I'm going on my journey, if it's days where I'm just not myself, I want you to be able to say, "Hey, how you doing?" And send me something positive. Send me something that's gonna make me laugh. Send me something that's gonna trip me up, make me just laugh my butt off, because I need that. We all need it. So this podcast isn't just me as going on speaking. I'm sharing experiences, and I want to be a part of yours. I hope you can be part of mine. But anyways, I hope someone said that maybe resonated, that maybe made you think, evoke some thoughts. But remember, out of the heart flows the issues of life. That's what I always say on the podcast. This is Shay's heart. It's my heart. This is something God placed in my heart to speak on. And I'm just sharing it. I'm just a mouthpiece. God gets all the glory. But anyways, I hope someone said, and as always, out of the heart flows the issues of life. Shay's heart, and thank you, Mike, for coming and showing. Anyways, until next time, I do plan on making more videos with the things that I would actually speak on and have more guests. It's just I have to set it up differently. But thank you for your support and your love. And you have a beautiful rest of your day. Till next time, Shay's heart.